And next we got The Crush with Alicia Silverstone and Carrie Elwes. It's another favorite of mine from the early '90s. It's Alicia Silverstone, her first movie, playing this 14-year-old girl who gets a crush on Carrie Elwes. He's this journalist who moves into the guest house for some peace and quiet, I guess. And little by little, she flirts with him, tries to come on to him. He tries to reject her advances, but somehow makes the mistake of kissing her one night, and then like that's the first wrong movie does that sort of sets everything, like sets all hell to break loose later on. And then she sees, like, he has this girlfriend, and then she gets jealous and then starts plotting against them, and then eventually she fuck it up, let me just read this. A man who should know better, a much younger teenager. In no way should there be any kind of romance between them. Yet from the moment of 14-year-old Adrian met Nick, she was crazy about him. There must be something she can say or do, some way she can show him this is not just a crush. What can she do? What won't she do? Romantic obsession has harrowing consequences in The Crush, a suspense thriller starring Carrie Elwes, Jennifer Rubin, and Alicia Silverstone. In her breakthrough role, Elwes plays Nick, at first flattered by Adrian's flirtation, then gripped with outright fear because what Adrian wants, Adrian gets. If she can't have her Mr. Right, no one can. And next we got Falling Down, starring Michael Douglas and directed by Joel Schumacher. Freeways are clogged, terror stalks our cities. At shops, in restaurants, the customer is seldom right. The pressures of big city life can anger anyone, but Bill Foster is more than angry. He's out to get even. I'm going home, Foster says as he abandons his gridlocked car on the hottest day of the year. Instead, he walks straight into an urban nightmare by turns, absurdly funny and shatteringly violent. Academy Award winner Michael Douglas is Foster, an ordinary guy at war with the frustrations of daily living. Fellow Oscar winner Robert Duvall is the savvy cop obsessed with stopping Foster's citywide rampage. Falling Down is their story, a spellbinding, unconventional thriller that asks, are we falling apart? And next we got Timecop with Jean-Claude Van Damme. In the year 2004, time travel is not only a reality, but an opportunity to alter the past for power and profit. Jean-Claude Van Damme stars in a sci-fi thriller that mixes hard-hitting action with awesome special effects, romance, and murder. Ron Silver co-stars as Van Damme's cunning adversary in what People magazine touts as clever and original. Timecop is a thinking man's movie. That doesn't do it justice. Okay. Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's this cop named Walker who's like, he's at the mall one day and he's on his way home. His wife has something to tell him. His wife, played by Mia Sara, has something to tell him, but he gets a call from work. He has to go, and he's like, can you wait till I get back so you can tell me? And then on his way out, he gets attacked by these people from the future, and they eventually kill his wife and blow up his house. And then 10 years later in the future, he basically ends up changing the past so he can save her. That's the best way I can sum up the whole plot, in a quick way. Next, Hostel Part 2. Found this at Borders for $7. So, fuck it, I got it. I liked Hostel 1. I like this one too. I know people don't like Eli Roth, but I don't think it. As a person, I can see I can see why people don't like him. But as a director, I mean, I like his movies. Sue me. I thought this was good. Fuck it. Presented by Quentin Tarantino and written and directed by Eli Roth. Hostel Part 2 is the shocking and gruesome sequel about the underground torture ring where rich businessmen pay to torture and murder their victims. The second installment in this terrifying franchise centers around three young American women, Lauren German, Bijou Phillips, and Heather Matarazzo, or Razzo, I don't know, who are studying in Rome. They are lured into a hostel by a beautiful young woman who sells them as next victims of a murder-for-profit business. It's basically the same plot as the first one, except with girls this time around, you know, instead of guys. Let me see. There's these two businessmen guys. This like subplot that I liked. One guy's like he's real into the whole idea of, you know, killing somebody in, you know, one of these hostels, and then the other guy's like, you know, the goody two shoes type of guy. He doesn't want to do it. He has a conscience, but then turns out, you know, he's the one who goes crazy, and then the one who's talking all that talk, you know, he's all talk, and then once he gets down to doing it, he can't do it. You know, I'm probably not explaining it well, but I like that little subplot. But yeah, it's you know, the same thing as Hostel. The ending, which I think Eli Roth claimed was probably the most shocking ending you ever see. Well, it's a castration scene. I've seen that before, so it wasn't the most shocking thing ever. But yeah, $7. Fuck it. And last, The Ring. It's probably the only Japanese horror remake that I ever. Sorry about that. Some people working outside painting. Yeah, it's the only Japanese horror remake that I ever really liked. The rest of them just kind of bored me. But this one actually scared me a little bit because, you know, the way they did the makeup, the effect where someone gets killed by the tape or whatever, the way everything unfolded, and I thought it was pretty good. The effects really freaked me out because I'd never seen anything like it before. And let me see, the girl Samara coming out of the TV, you know, that was pretty freaky. So yeah, really good use of CGI in this movie, and I thought it was better than the original Ringu, as far as effects wise. Although I will give Ringu one thing. I thought the Eye of Sadako, you know, Samara in the Japanese version, there's this one shot where Sadako's crawling out of the TV, and then like the way they reveal Samara's face a little bit, well, they reveal Sadako's face by just shows like this one eye, and it's like all twisted downward like that, and it just looks really like that. That shot freaked me out more than all the effects in this movie, so I'll give it that. But this, you know, it's pretty good use of CGI. It was, you know, pretty good effects. They impressed me, you know, first time I saw it. And if you don't know what it's about, I'll read the synopsis. Watch if you dare. The Ring is the critically acclaimed smash hit thriller. David Anson of Newsweek. It begins just another urban legend, the whispered tale of a nightmarish videotape that causes anyone who watches it to die 7 days later. When four teenagers all meet with mysterious deaths exactly 1 week after watching just such a tape, investigative reporter Rachel Keller, played by Naomi Watts, tracks down the video and watches it. Now the legend is coming true. The clock is ticking, and Rachel just has 7 days to unravel the mystery of the Ring. Anyway, that's it. See you guys later.